Hello children, let me welcome you to the virtual training center of the Brihan Mumbai Mahanagar Palika. My name is Shraddha teacher. Children, we are in the middle of the COVID-19 pandemic, isn't it? Because of that, we are not able to go to school, but that doesn't mean that we are going to stop learning. We are going to meet here regularly through the virtual training center to learn many lessons in EVS. So come on, let's go to a lesson in EVS.
So children, today let us do a very informative and very interesting lesson in standard 3rd. Subject will be EVS and the name of our lesson for today is children, our body. It is lesson number 15 from your EVS textbook. And I always tell you, when you're starting to watch a video, children, always try to keep your textbook open in front of you so that you can keep checking what you're learning. Alright, so you can open your textbooks to page number 86 and come on, let's learn this lesson about our body, in which we will be talking about the various parts of our body. Now we have been learning about parts of our body in the last year also when you were in standard 2nd. But then in this lesson we will learn a lot of new things about the various parts of our body. Alright, so when I say our body, now look at these 4 children here on the screen for you. Body means so many different parts, starting from the top of our head to the bottom of our legs. Okay, so we have to learn so many different things here. Okay, so come on, let us try to understand what are the various parts of our body and how do we use these various parts of our body and how there are various movements in our body. That is how we can move our body and do so many different things with it. Okay, so come on, we will start with this activity based picture where let us see what these particular children in this picture are doing. So many of the pictures which you will see now, children, you will see in your textbook also. So look at this boy. What is he doing? Have you ever tried to do this, or have you ever seen someone doing this? So this boy is giving a salute. Okay. So when you go through when you sit in a car or when you sit in a bus and when you go on the roads, you might see sometimes policemen standing on the road, isn't it? These policemen, sometimes on TV you must have seen them saluting also. Even the army people, you see them saluting. Okay, now if you have gone to your school on Independence Day or Republic Day, and when there is a function where we hoist the flag, that time also we tend to salute the flag. Okay, very proudly we salute our flag. So this is an action. So this child is doing the action of saluting. Then look at this picture. Okay, I just told you about the police now. So who's this person over here? This lady, she's a traffic police. Okay, and what do traffic police people do? They manage the traffic. So what is this lady doing? She is managing the traffic. Managing the traffic means she makes some people wait, then she lets some people go. Okay, then again she makes some other people wait. So she manages the traffic so that there is no traffic jam on the roads. Alright, let's look at one more picture and try to guess what this girl is doing. So what is she doing? She is going to school, I suppose. Okay, and she also has something in her hand. She has a bag on her back and she's got something in her hand and she's doing something with her hand. So let's see what she's doing. She's wearing a hat. Alright, maybe it is very sunny that day and it is very hot, so her mother has told her that you should wear this hat when you go to school. So she's a good girl. She's listening to her mother and she's wearing the hat. Alright, so this is another action where you wear your hat. And look at the next one. Oh, what is he doing? He's enjoying himself and he's playing something. Okay, and what is he doing? He's playing football. Can you see there's a ball and he's kicking the ball around. So he's playing a game of football. What about this lady over here? Now she is a nurse. And you know what she's got in her hand? She's got a syringe in her hand. And now the child or the baby who's sitting on that bench is going to get an, yes, injection. But the child is looking very happy, isn't it? If someone comes to give me an injection, I would cry. But the child looks very happy. So this nurse here in the picture, she is giving an injection to a patient. Let us look at the next image in your textbook. So it is an image of a bus, and there are children sitting in the bus, and you can see a person who is the conductor. And what is the conductor doing? The conductor is having a ticket vending machine in his hand. See, there's a machine in his hand from which he gives tickets to people. And also he's doing something. Pay attention and look closely at the picture. What is he doing? Yes, he is ringing the bell. So see, there are so many actions which are happening over here. One child is saluting, the other child is wearing a hat, someone else is managing traffic, someone is giving an injection, a boy is playing football, and the conductor is ringing the bell. Okay, now let us see what parts of their body they are using in order to do all this. For so saluting, you make use of your hands, isn't it? And for managing traffic also, you make use of your hands. Okay, see, for saluting, the hands are being moved. The hand is being moved from the waist to the head. And for managing traffic, again she is moving her hands. And what about wearing the hat? For wearing the hat also, you move your hands. And if you want to play football, then what will you have to move? You will have to run around, you will have to kick the ball. So for that, you will be making use of your legs. Okay, similarly in the other pictures also, most of the people, they've made use of their hands. For ringing the bell, the conductor has made use of the hands. For giving injection also, the nurse has made use of her hands. Okay, so now that means to do many things or to do many actions, we make use of various parts of our body, like for example our hands and our legs. Okay, so now let us find out the parts of the body which are given below. So there are some parts of the body which they have asked us to find out, and let us try and locate those parts of body on this chart. So this image is also, children, there in your book. If you look at your textbook, you will see the image of this boy in your textbook also. So come on, let us first try to find out where his forehead, cheek, nose and ears are. Okay, so which is the forehead? See, this part of his body is called as the forehead. Okay, the place where girls apply bindi, that is called as the forehead. Then you have the cheek. Okay, you've learnt the nursery rhyme, na? Chubby cheeks. So here is his cheek. What about the nose? Here is his nose. Alright, below the forehead you have the eyes, and below the eyes you have the nose. And of course you know where the ear is. See, this is his ear. Okay, now let us try to see where his tummy and chest are. Tummy means stomach. Okay, so where is his tummy? See, his tummy is here. And where is his chest? Here is his chest. Alright, so we have his tummy and his chest. What about his arm, wrist and palm? So see, this is his arm. Alright, and a part of the arm is the wrist. This is his wrist, and this part is his palm. Alright, so now we saw the forehead. We can identify the cheek. You can identify the nose and the ear. You can identify the tummy, chest, arm, wrist and palm. Let's now see the parts of his leg. So this is his thigh. Thigh means what? The portion of your leg which is above your knee. So which is the knee? This is the knee. Okay, and this is the foot where he has worn his shoes. Okay, so see, they have asked us to find out all these parts of the body, and we have identified which the parts of the body are. Now what you will do is, you will pause the video here and you will look at this picture and you will touch all the parts of the body which are shown in this picture. So you touch your forehead, you touch your cheek, you touch your nose, your ear, and so on. Alright, so these are the various parts of our body. Okay, your head, your you can say your stomach, your chest, your hands, and your legs. Alright children, so now let us move on and let us see the structure of our body. So we are going to look at the structure. Now we looked at the parts of our body in the previous image. Here we saw the parts of the body. Now let us look at the structure of our body. So in the structure of our body, you will see that our body is divided into three main parts. Okay, one is the head. Alright, see, this is the head part of our body. Okay, so in the previous image, the forehead, the cheek, the nose, the ear, they were all part of the head. Alright, after that we have the torso. Now what is the torso, children? See, this part of the body below the head and above the legs is called as the torso. Okay, so the tummy and the chest are in the torso, and then you have the arms. Arms means your hands, and then you have the legs. Okay, the legs you can see here, these are our legs. Okay, this is our leg and this is part of our leg. So this is the structure of our body. Our body is basically divided into head at the top, then we have the torso and the arms and legs. Okay, which sometimes we also call as our limbs. So head, torso and limbs, but here we will say head, torso, arms and legs. These are the different structures of our body. So this is the entire structure of our body. Alright, for example, if you talk about structure of a building, then you have the ground floor, you have the first floor, you have the terrace. So in the same way, in the structure of our body, we have the head, we have the torso and the arms and legs. Alright, so now we are going to look at each of these structures in detail. We will try and see what are the different parts of the head, what are the different parts of the torso, what are the different parts of the arms and legs. Alright, so I told you, this lesson is going to be very interesting also, and this lesson is going to be very informative also. So come on, let's move on and let us look at the various parts of our body. So see, here is the head, here is the torso, and here are the hands or the arms, and here are the legs. Okay, so let us talk about the head now. So see, the part which this boy is touching is his head. So come on, all of you, touch your head, pick up your hands, raise your hands and touch your head. Very good. Okay, so come on, let's talk more about the head. So this is our head. Now what all things or what all parts are there in your head? So you have the forehead. We saw this part of the body, isn't it? When we did the the part that we did a little while earlier, we saw what the forehead is. So see, this is your forehead. The part which this person has touched is your forehead. So come on, I want all of you all to touch the parts of the body that I'm showing you. Okay, so touch your forehead. Yes, very good. So this is your forehead. Then see, this is your hair. Can you see? The girl has held a strand of her hair like this. So hair. So come on, let me show you a picture of the hair. Don't get scared, okay? See, this is hair. A hair blowing in the wind. Alright, it is not a ghost or a bhoot, okay? It is someone's hair blowing in the wind. Then you have the nose. Come on, touch your nose, all of you. Touch your nose. Yes, see, this is your nose. Alright. And then we have our chin. Remember the poem that we learned? Chubby cheeks and dimple chin. So see, this is the chin. Okay, the bottom of your face is called as the chin. And then we have ears. All of us have 2 ears. So this is the ear. Okay, so these are the different parts of our body. So you have your head, which is covered with hair, and then you have the forehead, and then below the forehead you have the eyes, and then on the eyes you also have the eyebrows and the eyelashes. Okay, and then you have ears at the side, and then in front you have the nose, and below the nose you have the mouth and the chin. So all these things are part of your head. Okay, so now this head is joined to the torso by the neck. So when you come just below the chin, you have this part of your body which we call as the neck. So come on, all of you touch your necks. Yes, so you touch your neck. The neck is the part of the body which joins the head to the torso. So see, this is the neck. Alright, so the neck joins the head to the torso. Can you see? So above the neck you have the head, and below the neck you have the torso. See, so this is the head, and this is the neck, and below the neck you have the torso. Alright children, so the neck joins the head to the torso. Coming back, these are again some images from your textbook. So see, what all parts does the torso include now? Now let us look at the various parts of the torso. So in the torso you have the neck. Can you see neck, which we say gardan? So neck from the front we saw in the previous image, and now this is neck in the on the back side or the behind of your body. And then you have your back. Alright, and then you have your chest. So the picture of the chest we saw earlier also. You have your chest. Then you have your throat. The front part of your neck, you call it as your throat also sometimes. And then you have your abdomen. Abdomen means your tummy, which we also call as stomach. So see, for one part we can use 3 words. In the textbook, in the beginning they have said tummy. Now they're saying abdomen. You can also say stomach. Okay, and finally we have the 2 shoulders. Alright, so these are all part of the torso. Your neck, your back, your chest, your throat, your abdomen, and your shoulders. And you can see, if you look into the textbook, you will see exactly the same image of this boy in the textbook. Alright, now let us come to the next part of the structure. That is, we will talk about our arms and our legs. Okay, so this is your arm. Now the arm is divided into 3 parts. We have the upper arm. See, this is the upper arm. See, one more image of the upper arm. Then you have the elbow. See, this is the elbow. Below the upper arm you have the elbow. See one image of the elbow. Then you have the forearm. Can you see? This is the image of the elbow. See the arrow on the screen? Okay, this is your elbow. Then you have the forearm. So see, this is the forearm. Just below the elbow, you have the forearm. See, this part is called as your forearm. Then you have the wrist. Okay, the wrist is the place where we wear our watches, or where you wear your wristband, or where you wear your bangle. Okay, so this is the wrist. And then you have the palm. Okay, see, this is your palm. And then the hand. See, this is the hand. And the fingers. You have 5 fingers on one hand. Alright, so see, this is also an image from your textbook. So your arm is divided into 3 main parts. So you have your upper arm, your forearm, and your hand. Your upper arm can be divided into your elbow also, the middle part, the part which joins the upper arm with the forearm is called as the elbow. The part which joins the forearm to the palm or to the hand is called as your wrist. Okay, and in the hand again you have 2 parts. You have the palm and you have the fingers. So this, children, is part of your arm. Now when we talk about limbs, I told you our body is divided into head, torso and limbs. In limbs you have the arm and then you have the legs. So come on, let us look at the parts of the leg here. So see, this is the thigh. Okay, your thigh. Come on, all of you, touch your thigh. See, this part of your leg is called as the thigh. And then you have the knee here. Knee. Knee means the ghutna. Okay, the knee. See, this part is called as the knee. And then you have the shank. See, this part of your leg is called as the shank. Okay, the shank. And then you have the ankle. I'm trying to show you this in a line, okay, from top to down. So ankle. See, this is the ankle, the place where girls wear the payal or the anklet. And then you have the foot, on which you have these toes. Okay, so see, this is the foot, and then you have the toes. Toes means the fingers on your legs are actually called as the toes. Sometimes we say the fingers of my legs are paining, but it is not fingers of your leg, it is your toes. Okay, you say fingers for the hand and toes for the leg. So children, the leg is also divided into 3 parts. One is the thigh, then it is the shank, and then you have the foot. Now the thigh is joined to the shank using the knee, and the shank is joined to the foot using the ankle. Alright, so see, these are all the parts of your leg. So just now we saw what is the structure of the body, and we also saw what is the meaning of head and what are the different parts of the head, what is the meaning of torso and which are the different parts of the torso, and also the parts of the arms and the parts of the legs. Let us move on and let us look at certain new terms in this particular lesson. So one new term is the organ. Okay, so there is a word which is organ, and this is also, you will find it in the box in your textbook on page number 87. You have a yellow box in which they have discussed what the new terms are. So come on, let us see the new terms using pictures here. So what are organs? So one of the parts inside your body that have a particular function is called as an organ. So it is a part of the body which has got a particular duty to do, that is called as an organ. For example, we use our legs for walking. So legs are an organ. We use our eyes for looking at things, for seeing. So our eyes are an organ. Okay, so see, let us look at the organs in our body. See, so you have lungs, you have brain, you have heart, stomach, bladder, okay, and so many other organs. No need for you to remember all these difficult names. Just remember heart and brain. Okay, and if you can remember the other names also, then well and good. So, what is an organ? It is one of the parts which has got a particular function to do. Look at the next term. The next term is external organs. So, external organs means the organs which are found on the outside of your body. So, organs which are found where people can see them. For example, see, I can see my legs, I can see my arms, I can see my ears, I can see my nose. So, all these are our organs also, but I can see them also because they are on the outer part of my body. So, that is why they are called as external organs. What are they? They are external organs. Let us look at some external organs here. See, your head is an external organ, ear, your mouth, your fingers, legs, toes, knee, all these are the external organs. That is, these are the organs which we can see outside our body. Alright, so now we will go to a new term. That is, we will talk about movements of our body. Now this is a long part, children, so I will just introduce what it means. Movement of a body means what, and then we will see what are the parts of the body which are responsible for these movements. So see, these are all movements. What are these people doing? The first person is walking, the next person is bending the body. Okay, see, these are some more movements. See, someone is dancing, alright, and someone else is throwing a ball. So these are all movements. So using the various parts of our body, like I told you, we can do certain movements also. And there are certain parts of the body which help us to do these movements. Okay, so now what is that part and which parts are they? What are they called? And how do they help us to move the various parts of our body? We will do in the next video, which I will put up very soon. So in this lesson, children, in this part of the lesson, the first part or the first video that we saw now, what did we see? We saw the various actions that we can do with our body. We talked about the various parts of our body. We talked about the structure of our body. And then we also talked about certain new terms like the organ and the external organs. And we also discussed that we can move our body. Our body, say, we can do various movements. Now, how we can do these movements, why we can do these movements, we will look at in the next video.
So children, now you have watched the video. So after you watch the video now, you will have to complete a few simple tasks. Now you might have watched the video on your computers or your laptops or your mobile phones. Now after you watch the video, what will you do? You will please go to the description box which is given below the video. So what is the description box? See, the description box looks like this. Alright, and after you go to the description box, you will see that there are a few questions there. Now what are these questions about? These questions are about the lesson that we just learned or the video that you just watched. So what will you do? You will think back properly about the lesson and you will try and answer these questions and note down the answers in your notebook if you want. Okay? After that, we have another task waiting. You will also click on the link which you will find in the description box to fill up the Google form. So now what is the Google form, children? It is nothing but a simple form. There are a few simple questions there about the video which you just saw and also about yourself. So these are the tasks now that you will have to complete after you watch each video. So children, wasn't that a very interesting lesson? I'm sure you learnt a lot of new things in this lesson. If you have liked this video, please hit the like button and also subscribe to my video so that you will get to see all the videos which I keep posting regularly.